It is so easy to become bitter with this world. It's so easy to become distracted and confused. It's so easy to give up on a project or to be tired or to fall into temptations. All of these things are very easy to do. Look at all of the things that just happen on a daily basis. You get sidetracked, you have a snack, you do X, Y, and Z that are not good for you necessarily. It's not necessarily that they're bad, they're just not doing something that's good. You want to optimize your life for achieving the most of the good thing. For example, making money. That's what most people optimize for in order to achieve a good life. Part of that is also avoiding the bad things that fill that space. So you can figure out how to do more of this, and in turn, you'll do less of these things. You wait around all day, or you watch TikToks on your phone, or you call people and talk for hours on end, or whatever it is, because you don't have a plan of how you should be using your time. And I'm saying you to myself, because that's what I do. I feel like I have this great mind on me, but I do all these things that sabotage any type of success. So instead of becoming bitter, instead of becoming confused, instead of becoming any of these things, when I feel in the moment that I'm not living up to the dream, I have to realize this is an opportunity for me to strengthen the virtue to this vice. So what vice am I partaking in? Well, if I'm wasting time, imagine that this is like the one life that we got. There's a clock ticking down. I have 1,000 hours left. 1 hour on that scale is extremely valuable because I know exactly how much is there and it's ticking away and there's not much left in terms of like how many days I would have. From the lens of a 5-year-old, another day means a lot more than from the lens of a 20-year-old. But from the lens of an 80-year-old, another year means a lot more than from the lens of a 20-year-old. So time is inflated because, one more day to me is nothing because I've been through so many of them, and another year is nothing because I've been through so many. But if I knew that there was only so many years left, if there's a time taken down, that I could kind of remind myself that I don't know how many times I'll be able to see my grandkids, that I've been restricted from the things that I can do on a daily basis. I can't go for a run anymore because my legs are old and decrepit. And if I was 5, I wouldn't understand any of these things. I exist in such a cool position that I get to, by default, not have to worry about another year on the clock or another day. I don't get to enjoy it as much as a 5-year-old would. However, that allows me the opportunity, if I really focus in and harness that ability, the focus of an 80-year-old and the wonder of a child. If I really am able to dial in with that and carry that with me the rest of my life, I'll hone in the years and the days of my life, which will make up my life. So then, instead of trying to come up with a game plan all the time or trying to avoid doing the bad thing, I'll just know if I only had a year left in my life, what would be the one project I would dedicate all my time to? And how would that make me money? And how could I do that project paired with something else to make me money if the project wouldn't make me money? And then I just focus 100% on that, because then if it would be the last thing that I work on and it would fill me with wonder, maybe I got to try to find those two things together, then that would be, the ultimate gift. Maybe it's something like this. What's something that I would find exciting as a 5-year-old to work on? And as well, something that I would spend every waking hour doing when I'm 80 years old to extend my life by 1 year, right? Because you could imagine that the greatest currency would be adding a year to your life. So more than any amount of money, it's like I would do this 100% of the time if it meant I could add a year to my life. And on top of that, I would do this if I had never seen it before, just because it fills me with excitement and wonder, and I want to show up every single day. It's a very difficult question, but it's just like framing it, 2 Venn diagrams, put a circle here and one over here, and whatever overlaps, it's like, all right, I'm going to try these different things, and eventually I'm going to find something that's just like the thing, and it might take me 3 years, But at least I'm asking that question now instead of waiting until I'm 65, 80, because most people realize when it's too late. So you have to kind of get ahead of the curve and start experimenting now so that when it's too late, you've already spent 60 years, 3/4 of your life doing the thing that you want to do. So it's not that it's too late, it's that you've already mastered that ability early on in life. And then you get to enjoy the last year of your life instead of regret all the different things. Let's go back to the beginning. There's so many ways to fall short in this life. And so if you could assemble an entire list of all these ways of falling short of the dream, then you could strengthen the virtue on the other side of those vices. And that would be the list of strengths that would help you accomplish the dream, potentially. So that's one thing that I want to do. I want to write a book on daily development, 365 micro characteristics that will change you to the core, something like that. But I can talk about ideas all the time. Taking action is what matters. So how do I set up my life so that I can take action on the ideas that I have? Because I know that when I'm 80 years old, I would love to be writing books. That's probably one of the only things that I'll be able to do. I won't be able to run a mile. Well, maybe I can run a mile. Maybe I can run a marathon. I've seen people who are 80 doing that. So particularly for me, I probably will find a way to do that. But, if that's what I'll be doing when I'm 80, then maybe I should start optimizing my life for that now. So if I want to be an author when I'm 80, writing books, then I set up a company that I can just run or just make enough money to where I could put my time entirely towards writing articles and posting videos on YouTube, summarizing books. That way I am in the position to one day get a book, contract. The hard part for me is going to be it sounds very enticing to do that path. Is that the one that I see myself doing? I don't think so. Because writing a book is good, but maybe that's just a desire that I have as a consequence of, as a result of seeing other people, authors, succeed. And maybe I'm just after the success. I think that's what it is. Yeah, this is the part where I got to get real honest with myself because I don't know, it's tough. In this season of life, I'm trying to figure out what do I want to do with my life, And so then for me, I want to be able to create things that outlast my life. A lot of people want to do that as well. I want to create things that are mentally challenging, that require me to do something physically, and I can do with people that I enjoy spending time with. And very basic definitions there, a lot of fields that could cover. So now that I could probably do that with books or with social media or any of these different things, I shouldn't limit myself to being, maybe this is what it is. I shouldn't limit myself to being the best in the world at the one thing. I got to either decide, do I want to be the best in the world at books? Do I want to be the greatest author in 50 years? Or do I want to be really good at a lot of things and just live a full life? I want to write a book, maybe 5, maybe 20. Can I set my life up so that I can achieve that? Yes. I guess I won't be able to write the book now, but in the future I will. What should I focus on now? Posting the videos. I've never really asked myself the question of do I actually think I have what it takes to succeed in social media? And it's tough because it's that's what I've been going for the past 3 years. If I don't have what it takes, then I better realize it now than later. I think I do have what it takes because I feel like I'm a communicator and I'm exciting and I'm hopefully a team leader that can pull people together. But that's more of a producer. To be a content creator, you've got to be able to be entertaining on camera and want to share your life 24/7. That's the thing I struggle with, I think, is that I am fine filming the videos and I love going through the experiences, but I don't really care if anyone sees the videos. So now I need to like spark that desire within myself, or gaslight myself to believe that that's the case, that to seek fulfillment from this event, I have to receive lots of views. Gotta just hardwire my brain a different way. Or I just have to find something else that I'm good at, which would be like, going all in on a business and make enough money to pay someone to do the views for me. I like that path a lot better. But I don't know if I have the option right now. I think I just have to, I don't know. Just wanted to put that all out there. Get the thoughts out of the brain. I'm going to go sand a table, make some money. Especially because I'm dirt broke. And I have one of the biggest marathons of the year next weekend. And I have not yet bought the flight. So I need to buy that flight. I need to deliver this table so I have the money to continue the marathons. We shall figure it all out. One day at a time. See ya.